In the following video, we're going to look at how to graph the function f of x equals x squared plus 4x minus 15. We're going to look at how to find the appropriate window for a graphing calculator, how to find the zeros, the x-intercepts with the graphing calculator, and then how to graph it by looking at the vertex and the zeros. So let's start with our calculator. We're going to input this function into our y equals. So y equals x squared plus 4x minus 15. So I have it in my y1. I don't know what my window size should be. This is a trial and error setup. So I'm going to hit graph. Well, it looks like my window size is good for my zeros right now. I see both zeros for this function, both x-intercepts. However, I don't see a vertex. So remember, when it says that you want the complete graph, I mean, that means you want to see everything. You know, you want to see the U shape. So I want to see it coming up and to the left. I want to see it going up and to the right. And I want to see the vertex. Well, right now, looking at the calculator, I see, you know, this up and to the left part. I see this up and to the right part, but I am completely missing the vertex for it. So I need to lower my y min for this. My y max looks good, my x min looks good, my x max is fine. So when I go to window, I'm going to keep my x min and x max because I saw the left side and the right side perfectly. I saw the x-intercepts perfectly. You know, my scale I'll keep the same. I want to change my y min. I could not see the vertex, so I'm just going to double it. You know, it was negative 10. I saw a good amount of the curve, so I'm just going to try negative 20. I said my y max was perfect because I could see everything that I need to above the x-axis. You can do a scale of 1 if you want. I like to go a scale of 2. That'll show me 10 intervals over on the left side of, sorry, over below the x-axis. And so this is my window. So you can look at it, make it match. And what's nice about this is now when I sketch my graph, I know what to kind of base my intervals off of on my graph. So if I use this window and hit the graph button, I see my x, the 0 over on the x min side. I see my vertex. I see the other 0. I see a complete picture now of the graph. I see the vertex and the left and right side of the curve. And so there we go. That is the appropriate window size. So now let's use our calculator to determine the zeros or the x-intercepts for this. So I'm going to find these points using our calculator. So I'm going to hit second calc, and I'm going to choose option 2, which is 0. When I do that, again, it asks left bound, right bound. We learned left bound means mark a point, use your cursor, and go to the left of the x-intercept. And notice when you cross that x-intercept, right now I'm in the negatives because I'm below that line. When I cross that x-intercept, I go into the positives because you're crossing over that x-axis. So I'm to the left of it. Anywhere to the left is fine. You know, hit enter to mark a point. Go to the right of it. Anywhere to the right of it, mark a point. Guess, just hit enter again. And so right now I see my first 0 is negative 6.36. I still need to find this other 0. So I'm going to hit second calc again, option 2, 0. I'm going to go, I have to mark a point to the left of the x-intercept. I just like to move the cursor close to it so I can see I want this x-intercept, so that's good enough. Now when I go to the right, make sure I'm still in the negatives, so I haven't crossed that x-axis yet. I'm now in the positives, so I have mark a point and then guess, hit enter. And so the next one is negative 2.36, positive 2.36. And so those are my zeros. So my zeros are located at x equals negative 6.36 and positive 2.36. And so those are my zeros. Make sure you write them down. Next, I'm told to determine the vertex of the parabola. And so remember, in order to find the vertex, the first thing you want to do is you want to find your axes of symmetry for this. So we want to first find our axis of symmetry, which is x equals negative b over 2a. And so b was 4, so I have x equals the negative of 4 over twice a, which was 1. So twice 1, so I get negative 4 over 2. So my axis symmetry is x equals negative 2. Now I plug that in to my function, the y equals x squared plus 4x minus 15. And so the x value I'm plugging in is the x value of the axis symmetry, which is the x value of the vertex. So y equals negative 2 squared is 4. 4 negative 2 is negative 8, and minus 15. So I get y equals negative 19. And so that means my vertex is the coordinate negative 2, negative 19. So I know my zeros, I know my vertex, and now I'm going to sketch the graph using them. And so I'm going to go up and grab my window size, the viewing window I used. I'm also going to need my vertex, and I'm going to need my zeros. So the window size, the viewing window, allows us to actually label our graphs to make it a little bit easier. I mean, I see that on my window size for this, I had an x min of negative 10 and an x max of positive 10. And so I can just label those right now for it. And so to label the interval, here's negative 10, here's positive 10. And I can go in between. So here's, negative 2, here's negative 4, negative 6, negative 8. Here's positive 2, positive 4, positive 6, and positive 8. And, my y max was 10, and my y min was negative 20. So y max of 10, a y min was down to negative 20. So here is negative 20. Here's negative 10. I'm just approximating the graph. So I'm just going to leave that as is. My zeros, I'll use green, we're at negative 6.36. So we're going to approximate it right here. And positive 2.36. So we're going to approximate it right here. My vertex, I'll go ahead and use blue, was at negative 2, negative 19. So it's about right here. And what we do is we connect them with our U shape. Come up from the vertex and hit the 0. Come up from the vertex in the other direction and hit 0. And so there is a graph. So we found our vertex using our axis of symmetry and then plugging that x value in. We found our zeros using our graphing calculator for it. In order to sketch a graph, I looked at my window size to assist me with labeling the image.